What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. It is the 12th day of December, and here we are sitting at about $583 right now with 9 hours and 36 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, okay? Here we are. Yesterday we had a nice reversal back up. You came all the way down to 551, and here we are at 582 like nothing happened. All we did was back test prior resistance for support, just like we did here. You guys notice how we consolidated, we were moving sideways here? Very similar to like what we're doing now, right? It's not the exact same, but what is very similar, at least maybe an assumption that I have of what will be similar, is even to here. Right? You've got this sidewaysness, you've got this sidewaysness, you've got this sidewaysness. You know what happened before we moved up each time? We had this low in this range, we took that out. We saw a lower low, and then boom, then we moved up higher. We're moving sideways. We have a low within this range. Once we took out that low, that boom, we started moving up, we went higher. You guys notice that we had a low within this range, we were moving sideways, and boom, yesterday we just took that low out. I don't know, I don't want to jinx it, but bro, I think the days, like today, this day, the 12th of December, if not this week, within this, I mean, between now, the 12th, and the 20th of December, could very well be this last window, and it might not even be that big. I'm talking about the 12th to the 20th. It could be just today, the 12th. It might be the 12th to the 15th. I don't know, but there is a window, and it is closing rapidly. This opportunity of being able to buy Bitcoin Cash below $600. Mark my words, after the 20th of December, we will never go below $600 again, you guys. Unless we see something that, like, we move up higher and it's not the breakout that we're thinking. Okay, you know, maybe we could consolidate still and technically dip just like below $600 or something like that. Maybe something like that could happen, and then we move up higher. But if this next move is what I think it's going to be, I mean, by the end of this month, we should be above $1,000 or very near $1,000. Like I think that or higher, you know. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't happen quite that way, that's okay. It doesn't have to happen as fast as I'm making it out to be, but just that's kind of the expectation that I have at the moment. I do like this on the daily MACD. I like where we are here. The last time that we were at this kind of place where the blue line and the orange line, the oscillators were this close together, it was right here. And that was right there, right at our point where we did move up, right at our point where we had a lower low. Right there, right? They were touching right here. You had your oscillators. Tips were touching right there, right before we moved up, right at the lower low. We got the same stuff going on, I'm just saying. You look at the RSI, higher lows throughout this whole trend. We're right at that low point now. Boiling point. This next move, are we going to find resistance again? Maybe. But if it's not this next move, then the move after, I mean, we've only got so much space left in this range. We're going to explode. We're not going to dip into the overbought, so we're going to get up in there. We're going to get up in there. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. Very welcoming presence up in this overbought area. The stochastics are beautiful. And the MACD is, again, really what... The MACD and the RSI are probably the things that I'm the most excited about. Looking at the stochastics, too, there's even things to get excited about here beyond just the overall bullish readings. We just crossed back up, which is great. Which is great. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom back out, okay? Looking at the 1 hour time frame, stock market opens up in about 3 minutes. That might be why we're pulling back. I'm assuming that the stock market, whenever it opens, will drop, but I think the market will open up it'll close by the end of the day in the green. So that's kind of my expectation at the moment. Anyways, with that, we might see Bitcoin Cash drop in the making of this video. The 1 hour time frame, it looks very similar to the daily. I mean, we're right at this point where you might expect to bounce, actually. With that being said, though, you have had a higher high on a closing basis. This 1 hour candle closed higher than this candle. And we do have bearish divergence on the stochastics and on the RSI and on the MACD. On the bright side, this divergence that's on the MACD and on the stochastics and on the RSI, this divergence really started right here. So all you have to do to fulfill this divergence is to move back to this point here, which we technically have just done already within this 1 hour period. Could we move lower? Sure, but I doubt we go below this low. So even if we get a false cross here, we might cross red, we're still going to come up. Even if we come down to the 50, we're still going to bounce. Even if we come down to the 50, we're still going to bounce. I'm not worried about the price. I wouldn't be surprised in the least, though, if we dipped below like 580. Or maybe this is it. This could be the low itself, and then we move up higher. I mean, let's look at the 15-minute time frame. We're reset enough. I mean, it could be, but I wouldn't be surprised if we went a little bit lower. just at the open of this stock market. I would expect that the S&P opens up to the downside. That's my expectation. We're on the 1 hour. I'm looking for like a gap open to the downside. Like we closed yesterday here. We're going to open up like down here, something like that. That's my thoughts. Maybe more. We'll see. Bitcoin Cash, 1 hour time frame. Overall, I like it a lot. There are some bearish implications, but they're not significant, and I don't think that it takes us below 570. Probably does take us below 580, but these bearish implications might have already played out already. This very well could be the low and we move up from here. If I'm wrong and the stock market just opens up to the upside, well, great. We're probably going to move up with it. And again, I think it'll open up down, but then I think it'll come back up through the day. So regardless of where it takes us in the short term, I mean, we're all moving up. We look at the 4 hour time frame here. 4 hour time frame, the stochastics are overbought, which is nice. It's actually good to be overbought with your stochastics typically, especially when the blue and the orange are together in the overbought. If it's just the blue, you might be a little bit overbought in itself. You might be too hot. Where if they're coming up together, that's a little bit more natural. I don't know if that's the right word. The MACD is crossing green, and it looks like you want to cross back above the zero. I would even go as far as saying this is support at the zero. I know you're below the zero, but this is support at the zero, the same way that this was. And the last time that we had a reading that low on the MACD, again, all these similarities with the last time that we were at the low point here. We just took out that low and then we moved up. It's so similar what we're doing here. We're getting these readings left and right that agree with where we were before we started to move up. I mean, literally in the same context of this move here, we started getting overbought right here. We were right at these lower high points. We're right at this lower high point. I mean, like we literally might be moving up above 600 today or tomorrow, this weekend. It's happening right now. It's so similar. It's so very similar. Daily time frame, we've already gone over this. All of the exciting things here. Oh, stock market opened. And look at that. We opened up to the downside. Who would have thought? I got nothing else for you guys, though. I think, we're just waiting on the exciting move to the upside. And we'll get it soon enough. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. The expectation completely is that we're going all the way up. And we're not stopping for anything less then technically 2,300 is the minimum target, but I would say 27, probably up to $4,000, $4,300, something like that, if not higher, if not even above 5 or 6K. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Thank you all.